Winter is a busy time for Township Public Works crews. Not only are they prepping for the coming winter weather, they are also wrapping up work that extended into the fall. Warmer weather deeper into the season has allowed crews additional time to do the work ahead of winter precipitation. Warmer weather has meant the opposite for townships in the Northwest, where Lake Erie doesn't freeze as soon as in years past, leaving many areas to deal with inches and sometimes feet of lake-effect snow before the lake finally freezes. Elsewhere, the Commonwealth has experienced more nuisance storms than nor'easters in recent years. No matter how much winter precipitation falls, Township crews are always ready to ensure safe passage.
So if we're expecting, say a 2-3 days is coming, and I know there's going to be a bigger storm. I mean, again, it's hard to tell, but if you have a pretty good chance that there's going to be a bigger storm, most critical thing is you want to make sure you and your crew are rested. So a lot of times what we do here, and thankfully our township allows flexibility in the winter, is we'll actually say, we know there's a big storm coming in on a Friday night. They're anticipating, maybe 2-3 o'clock start time. We'll either take off early Friday, or even Thursday, we'll just say, hey, you know what, let's take Friday off because we more than likely are going to be in all weekend. It helps save the townships, money-wise as far as overtime goes, but it also makes sure that we're rested so we can perform as needed. What we've seen here with nuisance storms, it's a lot more ice than anything. I know the last few years we've had a few ice storms, which we typically didn't really get that many ice, which is a whole different ballgame altogether. I mean, I don't care how good your four-wheel drive is. If it's ice, you're not going anywhere. But we still handle the storm about the same. We still have our routes. The difference with nuisance storms, especially if it's an ice storm, is we won't focus on some of our mountain roads right away. We'll focus on the main routes, some of the state routes that we maintain through the state to make sure that they're open for emergency vehicles and stuff like that. But the long drawn out storms, I think, have been more of a drain on us than anything. Like if those storms that it's snowing for, overnight through the next day, you can pretty much figure that if it's snowing, people aren't going to be out as much. So you can kind of prioritize your routes based on when people are going to be out and about, which gives us time to come actually back and take a nap or, rest. The nuisance storms, you typically see people out a lot more because if it's not really doing anything, they're going to act like nothing's going on, even though, it might be a really light, say a freezing rain / slush, and people the road looks wet, but they don't realize that there could be ice there. So I think that's a challenge with the nuisance storms that we've seen here. Not so much that it really changes the way we handle it, just the expectations around here are a lot different when it comes to nuisance storm versus long drawn out storms.